So good day everyone. This is the first part of our lesson for this final term in gender and society. So we're done talking about what is gender, what's the meaning of society, and what is gender and development, and also gender and family. So next, let's start discussing gender division of labor. So before I discuss gender and work, so let us first discuss gender division of labor. Paano nga ba nagkakahati-hati yung division or yung labor responsibilities ng both gender or ng men and women. So first one is problem ito. Okay, gender division of labor refers to the allocation of different jobs or types of work to men and women. So these are the different types of work na nakaatang or ibinigay sa atin ng society. So, sinet ito ng society sa atin. So, for example, okay, it is gender division of labor is also a socially defined gender roles condition which activities and responsibilities are perceived as a male or a female. So dito na nagkakaroon ng division ng labor pagdating sa men and women. So what are their responsibility when it comes to work? Ano nga ba yung type of work para sa mga babae at para sa mga lalaki na iniatang sa kanila or iniatang sa atin ng society. So next, we have the labor pattern through the history. So ano nga ba yung mga patterns ng labor within the history? Or for example, ano nga ba yung responsibilities when it comes to work ng mga babae at ng lalaki from noon hanggang ngayon? So first one, let's start with women's work. So, yung women's work, sila, or yung mga babae, sila yung mga nagbubuntis, nangangalaga sa mga anak, or nangangalaga sa mga tao sa kanilang bahay. And next one is, most commonly, sila yung nagtatanim ng mga gulay sa bakuran, since lagi sila naiiwan sa bahay. And also, they are the ones to cook for the family. Yan, sila yung nagko-cook for the family. So, this is the traditional type of work for women. So, next one naman, we have men's work. So, first, they are the ones who are in labor, lalo na yung mga malalaking labor, katulad ng sa farm, sila mga nagtatanim. Yung pangmalakasang pagtatanim ha, yung ekta-ektarya, yung kanilang mga sinasaka na lupa. Yan. Next one, sila yung mga nangangasor, naghahanap ng pagkain. So, ito yung mga labor ng mga lalaki before or yung mga responsibilities nila. Lalo na nung hindi pa ganun ka-modernize yung ating society. Yan. Farm work, silang taga-alaga ng mga hayop. Yan. Agricultural works. Yan. So, next one. Ayan, nagsisibok pa pala ng kahoy. Sorry, I forgot. Ayan. So, medyo hard work yung type of work or type of job ng mga men, no? Ever since. So, women and men work in close proximity to one another. So, yan. So, they work with each other. I mean, they work hand in hand para maging harmonious yung society ever since. So, yan. So, next one, labor of each other or each gender was highly valued because nga, syempre, nagiging tulong yun for the society. So, nakakatulong yun para mas maging harmonious yung ating society. So, yan. So, men and women should also work in harmony. So, kahit even today, di ba? Kung ano man yung trabaho ng lalaki at ng mga babae, they are always highly valued. Mahalaga yun. No? So, next one is, the work of provision was equitably shared, or it is equally shared. Okay? Walang lamangan. Ayan. And sabi ko nga sa inyo, as I've mentioned kanina, mahalaga yung both or work ng both gender para makakalap ng isang harmonious na society. So yeah, that is the reason why the work of provision is equitably shared. Parehas silang mahalaga, regardless of their gender. So next one, industrialization changed labor patterns. Siyempre, because of industrialization or sa modernization ng ating panahon, nag-iba din yung labor patterns. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung kanina, yung pinakaunang introduction ko sa inyo, yung mga puro pictures lang. As you can see, the traditional way or the traditional labor pattern for women is that nasa bahay lang yung lahat ng works niya. Nag-aalaga ng household, nag-aalaga ng family member, nagluluto, nagpe-prepare, naglilinis, more on household chores, diba? And yun sa men naman, more on labor works, literally labor talaga yun. Pagodan kung pagodan, diba? So yun. So next one is that factories appeared and entrepreneurial capitalism began to edge out agrarianism and nature of work change as well. So, at some point in our society, yung mga farm lands ay napalitan ng industrial lands. And yung mga bahay na dating pinagsisilbihan ng mga babae is naging apartment or naging workplace din siya for other people. So, that is why the nature of work changed as well. For example, di ba, to this modern world, meron ng mga working moms. So, ibig sabihin, nagbago yung pananaw ng society pagdating sa pagbibigay ng trabaho. And meron naman, up to this point, meron naman na nagkakabaliktad na ng gender roles yung babae at lalaki. Nagiging example or isa na sa example niyan is yung mother na yung nagiging provider for the family imbes na yung father. And ang naiiwan na sa bahay for the household chores or para mangalaga ng household ay yung lalaki. Okay? So that is why the nature of work changed as well because of industrialization or modernization of the different things or labor jobs in our society. The next one, men went away from home to their place of employment. So this is the typical scenario in everyday lives, even sa ating mga Pilipino and even sa ibang bansa. Men always went away from home to go to their place of employment. Next one, women remained at home as they provide other essential household labors. So, these two, yung first picture or yung first discussion ko wherein men work or went away to work to their companies or to their workplace, and this one, which is women remain at home, in which they provide other essential household labor, are the traditional labor pattern for men and women. Inulit ko lang yung sinabi ko kanina. So as more men started working for wages, the meaning of work began to change. Since the traditional way or the traditional na paniniwala or the traditional role for a man is that they are the provider of the family. So that is why the meaning of work began to change. When they mean to work, they need to survive. Okay? Parang ang naging definition na nila for work is survival. Not just for themselves, but for their family. Lalo na kung ikaw ay lalaki na pamilyado. So next one, work was something that happened outside of the home and something for which one received a paycheck. So ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. So this is what I am discussing. kanina, na yung naging definition for work was that it could be happening outside of the home. But in our case today, syempre, because of the pandemic, some people are working inside their home. So, medyo correct lang natin ng konti to. And something for which one receive a paycheck. So, some people are working inside and outside of their home in which they receive a paycheck. So, that is the meaning of work for many of us. So, next one is we have women's work didn't change all that much. So, hindi din ganun ka nagbago yung pananaw ng karamihan sa mga babae. However, the meaning and value placed upon women's work did change. Kung dati, hindi nakakapagtrabaho ang mga babae on a company or hindi sila nabibigyan ng pagkakataon para makapag-work in today's world or in these modern times is that nagkakaroon na ng opportunity ang mga babae for them to work. Diba? And nagbago din yung pananaw sa kanila. But the thing is, lalo na kung ikaw ay isang babae na pamilyado and you're working in a company, syempre, pag uwi mo pa rin sa bahay, you are still going to do your household chores or your work as a mother or ilaw ng tahanan. So yun, even if you work outside of the home, you work in a company. So that is the real deal when it comes to work. So next one, let's just talk about gender division of labor. When we say gender division of labor, the male and females have different roles. Namely, first one, we have the productive role, reproductive role, and the community role. So these are the divisions of labor. We have three. I will repeat: reproductive role, productive role, community role. Reproductive role, productive role, and community role. So these are the three divisions of gender labor or gender division of labor. So first one, let us talk about what is reproductive role. In reproductive role, it is the unpaid domestic work assigned primarily to women. So ito yung mga parang kawang gawa, lalo na sa part ng mga women. So the example of this are the household chores. Ayan. Yung mga household chores na walang katapusan. Alam natin yan, women. So even though women work outside of their home, nakakatanggap sila ng paycheck, but still, yun nga, sabi ko kanina, paglabas or pag-uwi pa rin, still they're going to do the household chores, which is an example of a reproductive role. So next one, tandaan nyo lang na pag sinabi nating reproductive role, ito yung unpaid domestic work. Meaning, walang bayad, walang sweldo. Okay? Walang payroll, walang paycheck, walang benefits. So, yan. Walang benefits, kundi self-contentment, appreciation, so on and so forth. Next is, this is mostly done within the private domain of the home. Syempre, still, household chores is nangyayari sa household niya naman, literal, which is a private domain, no? Kasi hindi naman siya pinupuntahan lahat ng tao. So, it is within us. So, next one, after reproductive role, we have productive role. So, si productive role is the paid work done outside the home. Kung si Kung ang reproductive role ay ginagawa inside the home and it is an unpaid work, sa reproductive role naman, it is a paid work done outside the home and in the public arena. So, ito yung mga work na ginagawa natin outside of our home. For example, you are a service crew sa Jollibee. Ako din, for example ko din is I am a teacher. So, I am an instructor at Cavite State University. So, umaalis din ako ng bahay. Yan. Also, work from home could be an example of productive role even though nasa bahay tayo. Kasi nga po, kayo ay sumasahod. Okay? Nagkakaroon pa rin or may pumapasok pa rin na pera. So, next one. Yan. Women's productive work is often less visible and less valued than men's work. So, this is one of the problems when it comes to the workplace. Yan. So, ito yung mga nagiging product ng gender inequality. Women's productive work is often less visible. So, meaning to say, hindi siya gaanong nabavalue or nakikita. Hindi katulad ng sa work ng men. So, next one, we have the community role. So, this would be the last part of gender division of labor. So, it involves the collective organization of social activities and services in the community. Katulad yung volunteerism natin or yung pag-volunteer natin sa mga bagay-bagay sa community. For example, yung brigada eskwela, yan, meron pala ako dito, has no monetary value. Tandaan nyo that it has no monetary value and involves voluntary service. Unlike sa reproductive na it is still your responsibility na maghugas ng plato, magluto ng pagkain, maghugas ng, maglaba, and magluto ng ulam. So, that is reproductive. Sa community role naman, wala siyang monetary value at voluntary yung service mo. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka pinilit ng community na gawin mo yan. So, yan. For example is the brigada eskwela that happened every year. So, since ngayong pandemic nga lang, hindi siya masyadong naramdaman ng iilan sa atin or ng karamihan sa atin dahil nga po sa pandemic. So as yung iba sa atin yung may nakikita ka lalo na yung mga sa SK. Yung mga tumutulong mag-repack. So that is an example of community role. Tumutulong din tayo sa community. Another one is yung mga pa-clean up drive ng mga SK or yung mga barangay sa ating community. So yan, so that is an example also of a community role natin, mga tao, or nating mga part ng society. Also, ano pa ba? Bukod sa brigada eskwela, cleanup drive, yung mga voluntary, basta class, tatandaan nyo lang that community role is a voluntary service sa community. Voluntary service sa community. Okay? And that ends my discussion. Thank you for listening and I hope na balikan nyo po ito at basahin nyo ulit ang aking discussion. So, stay safe and God bless everyone.